salesian of Don Bosco. So I'm very happy to be in Don Bosco here. I feel very much at home. I come from the province of Bangalore. Have you heard about Yemen?
Yes.
Where Yemen is? You swim across or take a dive from Arabian Sea towards the African continent, and there is a Red Sea. Just reaching to that area, you come up there. You cannot go further because the African continent will block you there. So that's where Yemen is. On top is Saudi Arabia, on the right side is Oman. Yemen is a Muslim country, and in 1973, you know Mother Teresa, no? Saint Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was invited by the Muslim ruler to start her homes there in North Yemen, and that was agreed, and Mother started the first home. And from 73 till 87, a group of priests, they were called as White Fathers, they were serving the sisters' spiritual needs. From 1987, they could not continue. Then the request was made to the Salesians of Don Bosco, and our rector major from Rome requested the province of Bangalore to send a priest. That's how Don Bosco fathers from Bangalore started to go to Yemen as missionaries to serve there. And there were 3-4 priests were there. In 2010, when of the 4 priests, 2 got transferred back to Bangalore. That is the time I got the chance to go as missionary to Yemen. I went along with Father M.K. George. In the beginning, yes, it was all fine. There was no troubles. And to be short, because I spoke long yesterday evening, we don't have that much time and you are tired. I just give only briefly. So, because of some health reasons, I was given a transfer back to Bangalore in 2014. But I reached to Bangalore only in 2015 February. Just 1 month went by. That was the time Yemen had more troubles. The Saudi Arabia was about to bomb all the places of the rebel groups of Yemen called Houthis. And the Indian government, sensing it as a very serious issue, ordered all Indians to come back to India. More than 5,000 people were brought out by ship and by flight. And along with them, of the 4 priests, 3 came back. And Father George, with whom I went, he remained back. And, Father George remained because Mother Teresa sisters in all the 4 centers, they had 4 houses in Yemen. There were 22. They said, if we come away, who will look after those people who are nobody? You know, Mother Teresa's work, right? And so all the sisters said, even if we are to die, we will remain back. And the 3 priests came back. Father George remained, all the sisters. I was in Bangalore. All this happened the Holy Week of 2016. At Easter time, a special inspiration or inner voice that made me ask permission again from my provincial superior to go back. And he gave me the blessing of Mary, help of Christians, and allowed me. It was not easy because already bombing was taking place in Yemen. Could not go by any flight directly. I went to Abu Dhabi, took the blessing of Bishop Paul. From there went to Djibouti. I had to wait 1 month there. You know, where war is taking place, the UN's Red Cross, you must have studied in the school and all that, no? Red Cross people, they carry medicines and all to the war-torn places for the injured people and so on. So there was a small aeroplane going from Djibouti to the capital of Yemen, Sana'a, and they agreed to take me. I was the only passenger in the flight. All seats were filled with medicines. I reached in Sana'a on the 2nd of June 2015. And after waiting 1 month in Sana'a, I reached to Aden, where I was as the parish priest in the cathedral church. I was no more staying in the church. I was staying with the Mother Teresa sisters' home in a guest room. Then a few months went by. Situation improved a little bit there in Aden. We did not think such a thing would happen on the 4th of March 2016. So that day, 4th of March, we did not have Holy Mass, 1 hour Eucharistic adoration. I gave the blessing to the 5 sisters. Then I prayed in the chapel of the sisters. Sisters already went to give breakfast and medicine to the old people. I came out of the chapel of the sisters by 8:30, made a round of the house and was coming out. When I was half the way from the sister's house to the main drive, I heard 2 gunshots from near the main gate. I kept walking. As I stepped out the gate, I saw 3 gunmen with automatic guns and chain of bullets across their shoulder. Almost immediately one caught hold of my hand. I said, I am an Indian. That is the only Arabic I knew to say. He told me to go and sit in the chair placed in front of the security room. Actually, the 2 gunshots, they had shot and killed the 2 security men. I was going to sit, our gardener was running across to switch off the water pump. They shot him, he bled and then died there. Another young man who was a worker there, he was brought into the security room and shot. And then they opened the main gate, parked the car inside, and I said maybe from here to the main road, that much away is the entrance to the old age home. I saw the man with the silencer gun go there, entered there. In a short time, he brought 2 sisters, Mother Teresa sisters, Margaret and Ansel, hands tied, brought them here, put them inside the car. He went a second time, then brought 2 more sisters, Judith and Reginette, in the same way, put them also in the car along with the others. He went a third time. After a little while, he came back to the car. I thought he killed the 5th. Coming back, he took the 4 sisters out from the car, took 2 along the drive and then into the garden area. I could see them being taken, heard 2 gunshots. Then the other 2, I could see maybe from here to just the outside of the church here, that much away. They were being shot on the head from behind, and the sisters just fell with face down. I prayed, Jesus, have mercy on the sisters and those who were killing them. After that, the man with the gun came back to the car and called me to the car. Now I thought it's my turn. I prayed one Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Reaching the car, the man asked me if I'm a Muslim. I said, no, I'm a Christian. I was not with any cassock or any collar or anything like that. And after a little time, he opened the trunk or boot of the car, or he called it dicky of the car, where we put the bag and all that. He opened that door and told me to get inside. He helped me, made me sit there, bent my head, put in one side, lifted the leg and put in the other and closed the door. After a little time, don't try it by yourself. So, okay. And after some time, somebody opened the door again and threw towards my feet side the white altar linen and the altar cover of the sisters' chapel. Something covered inside. I thought it was the tabernacle. They closed and then drove out with me inside. After some distance, they stopped the car, took me out from the trunk or the boot and blindfolded me, put me into another car and then drove and reached me to a house somewhere in Aden. Made me sit there. After some time, they gave me some food. After some more time, they took away my clothes, everything except my body and soul. Gave me another set of clothes to wear. They blindfolded, hands and feet tied with a piece of cloth. This is how my stay of 1.5 years began. And in this 1.5 years of stay there, they shifted me 5 or 6 times, blindfolded and taken. And in the last place, I stayed, I think, more than 1 year. They also made videos of me 5 or 6 times at a different period of time in this 1.5 years, in which I am asked to say, request to the Holy Father, Pope Francis, Bishop Paul, and the Indian Prime Minister, President, and all that, please help me, please save me, like that. But they did not injure me, they did not torture me physically. All my teeth, all my bones are all fine. Thank you, dear brothers and sisters, for your prayers. And if you ask me how I was able to spend the time, I used to pray, Jesus, if it is your will, free me as early as possible, but don't allow me to be a mad person in their hand. I think, and thanks to your prayers of all of you, I did not have any frightful dreams, no nightmare, no depression, no going mad or anything like that. So I could sleep. As I woke up, I thanked Jesus for the day and prayed the Angelus. And I prayed 1 hour, Father, Hail Mary, Glory be, and pray for the dead, for all the sisters. Then prayed Divine Mercy Rosary, 2 or 3 or 4 rosaries, a Stations of the Cross, and a spiritual Holy Mass. No bread and wine, no books. Ask Jesus spiritually for the bread and wine. Say the same Mass that we are celebrating, the prayers by heart, and say all those either sitting or lie down in the places wherever I was kept. That's a spiritual Holy Mass, a spiritual Holy Communion. This is how my days went. 3 months through my captivity, one day something interesting happened. One day the man used to give me food and spoke little English and all that. He brought his mobile phone with my Facebook profile picture in it and said, "You look very nice," he said. I asked him from where he got it, and he said, "From Google." Then he asked another question, "Are these women not afraid of life?" So I thought to myself, he might be meaning the sisters. With all my fingers up, I said, "All the 5 are dead." And to my surprise, he says, "No, not all 5 are dead, only 4 are dead. One escaped hiding in the refrigerator or fridge." And since that information came from him voluntarily, I thought it might be true. I had seen 4 sisters being taken and killed already. I thought the 5th was dead. Anyway, thank you Jesus for preserving Sister Sally, the superior. After this information, more than 1 year went by. I was freed on the 12th of September 2017, thanks to the prayers of all of you. The men who came from Oman received me from these people, drove all the way and reached me to Oman. From there, sent me to Rome on the 12th of September 2017. On 13th, I met Holy Father Pope Francis. Then 2-3 days after, I met Pope Benedict. And a few days after, I was able to speak over telephone to that sister, which that man said she hid in the fridge and escaped me. So she was in Beirut in Lebanon. When I spoke to sister over the telephone from Rome, what she told me is this. I told you I saw 2 sisters being brought by those gunmen. They saw something happening near the main gate from the window. They told their superior, Sister Sally, "Go and hide." And in the old age home, close to the kitchen, there was a small room, 10 feet by 10 feet, and it is having 4 or 5 big freezers. You go to ice cream parlor and you'll find no big box with all this. So like that, there are 5 or 6, but it was all filled with not a glassed one, with a door only. You cannot see what is inside. And she went to hide in that room. And Sister Sally says she could not stand because her hands and legs were all shaking with fear. And the last prayer, she prepared herself for death because she could already see the gunmen coming in, and prayed to Mother Mary, the Memorare. After the Rosary and family prayer, we say the Memorare, not the prayer to Mother Mary. She prayed that prayer, and she says, as soon as she finished that prayer, she had a special experience. She felt as though a white sheet of cloth was covering her like that. And with that instant, her shivering stopped. She was able to stand quietly behind the door. She says 3 times those gunmen walked into the room, opened all the boxes there, searched, went back through that same door, and did not see Sister standing behind the door. Maybe Jesus or Mother Mary blocked the eyes of those men from seeing Sister. That's how she was preserved or saved. Well, to say it will go on, and you are all tired already, and I just conclude with 2-3 lessons that I learned while being in captivity like that. The first is that we all believe in a God, don't we?
Yes.
And our God, Jesus, is a living God. Because He is a living God, when we want something from your mom and dad and all that, you ask, no? Mommy, daddy, give me this one, that one, and if you don't get any answer, what do you ask? If you get annoyed, sometimes you may ask, no? Hey mommy, hey daddy, are you not hearing what I am asking? Isn't it? And so, our God is a living God. He hears, and that's why He has answered the prayers of all of you. And so I am here. So, continue to trust in the living God, Jesus, and in the power of prayer. The most powerful weapon Jesus has given is prayer. And you know what is the next, the best medicine? The best medicine for all things is forgiveness. If you forgive, it will be easier. Jesus said, forgive your enemy and pray for him. And we fight with each other, no? In the school or even at home with our brothers and sisters, we quarrel, and then if you don't forgive, then what happens? When you sit to study, when you go to sleep, all this time, all that worry, it will come and it will trouble us. We have bad dreams also, maybe, all that. So forgiveness is the best medicine. Thirdly, Jesus said, do not judge. We very often will judge and say, he is like that, she is like that, he has done this one, she has done this one, all that. But all those things needed her to be correct at all. And so, let us not be judging. Thirdly, I told you, or fourthly, I said, I was safe in Bangalore. It was the Lord who inspired me to go, but I never complained, why did you bring me again here to Yemen? But I understand Jesus has got a mission for each one of us. No? Some people, Jesus want to be priests. Some people, He want them to be nuns or religious. But majority of people, Jesus want what? To be good parents. No? Good parents of families. All these are great vocations. And how do we find out where Jesus is asking us? Only in the silence, in prayer, that we will find out. Ask Jesus, when you hear what Jesus is asking you, say generous yes like Mother Mary. Yes, behold the handmaid of the Lord, here I am ready. And then Jesus will give you all the grace you need to study, to plan, to go ahead in life. This is my prayer for you and wish for you. Wish you all the best and God bless you. Well, all the stories in detail are in my autobiography by the title, By the Grace of God. We have only just 3 more copies with me, what I brought. If you require more, you can tell Father and then we can send it and you can have it.